This man went blind after taking a pill, and doctors gave him a tooth to see again. It's a crazy story, so stick with me till the end. In 2004, a 13-year-old Canadian boy named Brent Chapman became the first person in the world to lose his sight because of a rare allergic reaction to ibuprofen known as Stevens-Johnson syndrome. The reaction caused severe burns across his body, including his eyes, and after 27 days in a coma, he woke up blind. It turned out that the only thing that could save his right eye was removing it and replacing it with a new one. But even that couldn't be done immediately because his eye was so badly damaged. First, doctors had to remove the burned cornea and place a temporary artificial one in its place. Then they sent the patient's eye tissue to a lab where technicians grew skin cells onto a new cornea. The process took 3 months and 23 surgeries. Finally, Chapman could see again. But his body rejected the new cornea, and over the next 20 years, he had nearly 50 more surgeries. Mostly cornea transplants, only to have them all rejected by his body. That's when Dr. Greg Moloney, a corneal surgeon at the University of British Columbia, came up with an extremely rare procedure. It was a last resort, something that had never been done before. The idea was to replace the cornea with a canine tooth. Yeah, you heard that right, a tooth from a dog. Now you might be wondering why a tooth. Well, teeth are avascular, meaning they don't have any blood vessels. This makes them ideal for transplantation because there's no risk of rejection. Plus, teeth are transparent, which is another similarity they share with corneas. So in 2020, Dr. Moloney performed the first ever tooth and eye surgery on Chapman. The surgery was a success, and the patient could see again after 16 years of blindness. Here's how it works. First, a canine tooth is extracted along with some surrounding bone and blood vessels to keep the tooth alive. Then the tooth is shaped into a thin block, and a hole is drilled into the center of it for a lens implant. After that, the tooth lens structure is implanted into the patient's cheek, where it stays for 3 months. During this time, the tooth integrates with the patient's soft tissue, allowing new blood vessels to grow around it. Finally, it's transplanted into the front of the eye, and the area is covered with tissue from the patient's mouth, which gives the eye a slightly pinkish look. And that's not all. Chapman also received a stem cell transplant from his sister, which helped reduce the inflammation in his eye and allowed it to heal faster. Today, Chapman's eyesight is about 80%, which is considered a miracle considering he was totally blind just 2 years ago. Doctors say it is the first time they've seen someone go from being blind to having almost perfect vision after a tooth transplant.